Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
She's in here with all this big queen energy.
Ari Lennox, welcome.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
First time on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, welcome.
Thank you so much.
How you feel this morning?
Horrified.
Why?
I'm just a little nervous. You know, it's only you. It's only because of you. Just kidding, yeah. But just a little nervous. It's a very legendary, show, so.
What took you so long to come up here then?
Fear.
Fear.
Yeah.
What were you scared of?
Y'all.
Why? You did
Y'all
service
together.
with Yee before, and
Yeah, I love her.
And we had a good
you
time.
just don't love us, or
No, it's just, y'all can be a little tough on
people sometimes.
Yeah.
We've evolved. We've changed a whole lot.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
So I want to, if you don't mind, for people that don't know who Ari Lennox is or where you're signed to or how you got your start, I want to start from the beginning for those people, since this is your first
You want her to
time.
do a documentary?
Oh.
Yeah, do that.
So you're signed to J. Cole.
Yeah.
How did you get into the music industry and signed to Cole?
Oh, well, I was working at Public Storage and just dropping music on SoundCloud. And there's an amazing rapper named Omen. He loved my music. He told Ebe and Cole about it. And Ebe was like, we'll fly you out like tomorrow or tonight, something like that, so that you can meet Cole in the studio and stuff like that. And I was horrified. I just got the job. I didn't want to lose the job. It was $10 an hour. It was the highest paid job I ever had.
You said $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't want to lose it. So I almost didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And but honestly, I think it was fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear of flying and things like that. But I got over it. I drank mad vodka and I got on that flight.
That was your first flight as well?
First flight in a long time, like years.
Did you lose your job?
Did I? Yeah, I did, and I was horrified, and I started doing Uber.
Hold on. There's a lot here now. First of all, what were you afraid? Why were you afraid of flying?
Oh, well, I had a traumatic experience when I was young on a flight before,
okay.
and so
A plane about to crash or something?
yeah, well, the engines went out,
Oh,
and so
Wow.
yeah, and so
That'll do
as
it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
yeah, so as we're about to land, he's basically telling us to brace for impact. And I was very young and just praying, but I don't remember having fear before that moment. But after that moment, and we didn't fly that often after that. I was just scared.
it's trauma.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so you said you were making music. So, who was doing your beats? How are you affording production?
Right. I was recording myself on Pro Tools SE, very beginner's situation, and working with different producers from Dave James to DJ Grumble, and yeah.
But I love the fact that... What?
Oh.
No gum.
What's that for?
No gum.
Oh no, I don't have gum in.
Oh, okay. Why is everybody telling me gum?
I might have. Oh, I did. Was I chewing on? No. No.
I just got the note.
Just making things up for
Making
you.
things up
Damn.
about you, Ari.
I did have a
swallowed your
throat
gum?
lozenger. No,
Oh,
no.
it was a
It was a
throat
throat
lozenge.
lozenge.
Yeah, but it's
Sorry about
it's gone
that.
now.
She was like, "Are you passing me notes?"
Passing notes like in high school? What does this say?
Let me check yes.
Now I want to get back to
Hold
you.
on.
It's all right.
I do love the fact that it says a lot about you that even though you have a dream of music, it's like, I got a job.
Yeah.
It says a lot about you that you just didn't say, no, F my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I do want to be a singer, I'm not going to just say F my
Oh,
job.
that's a scary thing to say.
Yeah.
F my job when you just got it. It's
When
the
you
highest paid
just
job.
got it,
and you don't-
yeah.
But glad you took that chance.
Me too.
So now you're
I'm
an
so
Uber driver, right?
grateful.
Now let's rewind. Now you lose your job and you become an
Yeah.
Uber driver.
I
Become
can't
an
see you
Uber
driving no
driver.
damn Uber.
I
Ari.
was.
Are you
was
a good
driving that
driver?
thing. Am I a good driver? It depends.
Depends.
I'm very safe at driving, yes, but there are things that have happened where it's just like I could have been a little bit more alert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you? What was your star rating?
My star rating, it started dropping like crazy, and I don't know why. Some people thought I was driving too fast, or I think people are kind of picky. Like I didn't think I was driving that fast one note I got was I was switching lanes too much, but I was trying to get them there. I don't know
What kind
the
of car
hell.
was it?
I'm trying to
A
help
Kia
you.
Soul. Why you
That's
doing
Uber X.
that? Why? Yeah, I was public storage. No, I didn't have no big fancy, you know.
Tell me how the car
Uber
was
Black
set up. What'd you have
money.
in the car? What'd you have in the car?
It was just a nice black interior and a big bowl of candy.
Okay,
in
okay.
the
I
middle
love
of
when Uber
it.
drivers have candy.
Did you
in
have
the car.
charges for people?
Yes, I
You did
did
have
have my
charges for people?
charger. I would give because you know you
Okay.
can't trust.
Did you play your own music?
people. I did put no, not my. I would never. I'm not weird.
I hate that. When you get in the car, they start playing their
That
own
happens
music.
to me all the
I
time
would
in Atlanta.
never. I mean, never,
Not
never.
one time?
No, hell no, never.
Did
It
you
was
ever pick up
R&B
any-
though.
That's so strange. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever pick up
Well-
any celebrities?
Huh? No, never.
Not one?
Never. Did I? No. No, never.
Did you make conversation or were you quiet?
I made some conversations sometimes. 3 times people threw up in my car. Yeah, that was intense.
Do they pay for? How does that work? Do they pay for it or?
They pay for it, but it's nowhere near enough, and then you lose like 5 days of work
That's
because
disgusting.
your car stinks and you're traumatized.
Yeah.
How long did you have the Uber job for? This is interesting.
This was my longest job to date. Uber, I probably did for like at least a year or something. Wow. Yeah, or maybe a little more, like on and off.
And what music was you playing? I'm sure it was R&B.
Tame Impala, D'Angelo. Those are 2 specific names I remember playing in my car.
Did you ever have
Seeing
to kick
people
anybody
jam.
out the car?
The people that threw up.
Yeah,
I
they
was
gotta
like,
go.
please get out. After he projectile vomited, and it was just everywhere. I was like,
you
please.
pointed to your back. It hit your back?
Oh, and then another time, this lady, after she threw up, they asked me if I could still take her home. But we had already stopped at like her other friend's house. I was like, no, I have to get home. I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's dark. I have puke like all over
Everybody
me.
be nice to your Uber driver, okay?
Please.
That's what the whole moral of this
The
story is. But so I
audacity.
guess the meeting didn't go well because you lost your job, but then you started driving Uber.
No, the meeting went really well. I just, I had to still make money. You know, they were still, taking their time with the idea of like signing me. It wasn't like an immediate thing or anything like that.
This is my last Uber question. When you saw
Last Uber
that, when you
question.
saw the episode of Insecure when Issa Rae was driving Uber, did you say, "Oh, I see me"?
I didn't see that.
Oh, you never saw that episode? Okay, yeah.
I do love
She
Issa.
she drove Uber on Insecure
She
for a while.
did.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel
Yep.
like a loser. I need to. You know why I never watched Insecure? Because every time I would watch an episode, I would just get so sad about my life and how like sexy these men were and how I had no men at all.
But listen,
But
that's by choice, I feel like, for you.
By
That's by
choice?
choice.
Maybe it is.
It is by choice because you could have a man,
I could.
but it might not be the one. Some people are okay with settling and
Yeah.
saying, okay, I don't want to be alone. And people make you feel like that.
Right.
But the truth is, it's better to like wait till the right person because I
Yeah.
think that's even more lonely to be with somebody just for the sake of.
Absolutely. And I've definitely learned that like the hard way. So very like intentional and particular about like who I want to share my time with. So I find myself alone a lot because it's just not working.
Why not change the mindset a little? Like you see the sexy man and you be like, I'm gonna have that one day. I'm gonna have a man like that for myself one day.
I've been more adamant on like my standards. Absolutely. I do that. Like I'm more like, yes, he has to be fine. Yes, he has to have a nice job. Yes, he has to be good to me, an effective communicator. Like I am like
Have his own place.
he to have his own place. I am, chanting those things within. Yeah.
What kind of place?
You've done
though?
online
What
dating.
kind of place?
Yeah, does it have to be like a mansion or?
I would like him to have his own condo or a house. It
Okay.
would be really
Something.
nice.
And my
Yeah.
assistant loves you, right? Her name is
Really?
Mercedes.
Hi, Mercedes.
So she sent me a couple of questions. One of the questions,
Mm-hmm.
she said you have a song called POF.
Wow.
She's single, by the way, right? But she
Oh.
says, have you tried the dating app POF and were you ever catfish? And then she goes, by the way, that dating site is terrible.
Oh,
So have you ever tried Plenty of Fish before?
absolutely. I met my first boyfriend on POF.
Really?
His name is John. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for that, but
Salute
his
to
real
John.
name.
John out there like, yes, I told y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all. for
wait,
the
hold up.
longest.
Yeah, I shouldn't have shouted him out, but I
It's a very
had to.
common name, I would say.
John is lit right now. John is going to be so lit when this interview come out.
But the thing
I've been
is,
telling y'all. I told you I used to rock with Ari.
So how many people have you picked up from Plenty of Fish? And is that
just one,
Just one?
John.
just John?
I heard you got
Yeah,
kicked off of some dating sites because
I
people
did.
didn't believe that it was you.
Yeah, Tinder. They didn't believe it was me, and I didn't want to link my Instagram so that people would know it's me, and then maybe reach out to me for the wrong reasons,
All right,
like
what the hell's going
secret
on?
rappers.
All right,
Well, this is
you
I
are a
stopped-
fly
I thank
human.
You. Thank you.
What is happening here?
I think I need to step outside more. I've definitely created this bubble online for so many years, but I'm finally stepping outside and like meeting like nice, like, you know, enjoyable individuals. But
What
Yeah, 'cause
other
like you
dating
said-
apps are you on? You said Tinder, Plenty of Fish.
yeah, not recently.
Christian Mingle?
Tinder, not recently.
Christian
Tinder.
Mingle.
Not never Christian Mingle. I'm too ratchet.
African ancestry for old
Nah.
men.
Oh my God. I mean, that would be lovely.
Oh, what about
maybe.
Raya? That's the celebrity dating site that you have to get like a referral.
Right. I think that's where I'm at with it now. And it's been nice.
They said Chris Rock will give you a referral because that's what Sherry Shepherd is on there. And Chris Rock gave her a referral.
That's sweet. I saw Chris Rock on there. I did one time.
Did you think
Yeah.
it was him for real?
I did think it was him.
They
Okay.
let you out on Raya. So you
Yeah.
can't like see,
Everyone's real. I hope.
Let's go back to John for a second. Why did you throw John back in the sea?
Well, John went to the military, and I felt like we were growing apart, and the affection was lacking. He called me bruh once, and I was just like, you know what? I couldn't. Yeah, and it triggered me. And I know it wasn't just bruh. Like it's fine. You can call me that. It's just I felt like our romance was kind of dissipating, and so I think that was just a triggering thing, and we had an argument. And I was like, well, I guess we're not together anymore. And that's kind of where, to protect myself, unfortunately, I do that. And he was like, okay, fine, we're not together anymore. And he was really serious.
Well, his loss. How many songs has he inspired?
Thanks. Probably POF, the EP, and my album Shea Butter Baby. That's literally greatly inspired by him. And I'm so grateful. Well, it was the first relationship I ever had. And it was the most interesting relationship I've ever had. So, yeah.
No, I know women.
Do you still speak to John?
Yeah, we're cool. We check on each other sometimes.
So why he ain't get an EP credit on Shea Butter Baby?
Oh,
then?
shit. Well, I mean, it's the price you pay when you just don't want to get back together and back in 2016.
I know women that
you know?
swear by Shea Butter Baby. Like they like that's like their Bible. So that's big of him. He gonna John make the T-shirts. I inspired Shea Butter Baby. Okay.
Don't make those T-shirts, please.
Now, I was gonna ask. So your government name is not Ari Lennox.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
where did you get the name Ari Lennox from?
Well, The Secret Garden is like one of my favorite movies growing up, and I was looking for like a name with the cool like English last name. I kind of regret that now because like I feel like I could have thought of something way more like earthy or scientific.
Courtney Salter is dope though.
Courtney is great, but I like the separation of like people not knowing Courtney unless you really look me up or something. But yeah, the girl's name was Mary Lennox, and I kind of just remixed it into Ari Lennox, and I'm an Aries, and I love India Ari, and yeah.
First of all,
What-
tell that
when
nigga
you
don't be
date-
yelling out your government name like that. You don't know who looking for
Hey,
you.
right, and so many
When you
people
date
are.
guys, do they call you Courtney or do they call you Ari?
If it's real, Courtney. And yeah, if it becomes real, Courtney for sure.
And were you on Tinder for hookups or was
Oh.
it for like really trying to find?
Love.
I think I was delusional. I think I didn't know how I could find people. And so like I would get on there hoping for more. But a lot of times I would meet very surface situations.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that bother you? Are you okay with like sometimes you might just be like, I don't need this to be all deep. I just want to have fun.
It would bother me now. Like I want something meaningful and forever and just one man for life, or at least for like a good 20 years, you know. And then after that, we can.
You had a good run.
Well, you on 20-year lease?
Yeah, 20-year lease would be a nice, cute seasonal love. I would love that.
Well, what's the difference between Ari Lennox, the artist, and Courtney, the person?
Wow. Ari is this, I don't freaking know. They intertwine, you know. We're both, I think, very ratchet and anxious and sweet and giving and maybe a little impulsive. Just the entire definition of an Aries. I believe they're both that way. Maybe Ari, well, honestly, yeah, they're both the same.
You think you created the character Ari to protect Courtney?
I think Ari is more of like some sunglasses for me a little bit. But Courtney always is so feisty, and I feel like that's who be popping out. That's who comes out, you know. So, yeah.
And that's why I love the song Boy Bye with Lucky Day. The feistiness in that song is so funny to me. So you've met a lot of guys, you've dated guys and they've been secret rappers. I thought that was really funny.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
date somebody and then all of a sudden you find out later, like,
Yo, pass this to Cole for me, yo.
Exactly. Oh my God. And it's the worst. It happens. But that's why I've learned with dating, ask specific questions. Are you a rapper? At all.
have you ever recorded music?
Do you play basketball? I need to know
man.
specifically.
Goodness
What
gracious.
if he's good though? Like, what if you date somebody and you meet them and they're like a secret rapper, but they're actually good?
I will never be able to trust that you genuinely want to be here for me and not try to get to Cole or, Dreamville or Interscope. So.
Yo, that is hilarious. That's a plot for a movie or something. The girl
Yeah.
thinks that the guy is cheating, but he's really sneaking off to record mixtapes.
Exactly.
And I was gonna say, well, how is when you signed to Cole? How was that, and what made you decide to sign to him? Because he is a rapper, he's an artist. He might not know about R&B music, and you kind of have to trust his lead.
Wow. I think it was just immediately like a family situation. I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina for so long, and I was just Ubering it up. And, I would travel back and forth to Raleigh at this place that he made to create music for all of these artists called The Shelter. And a lot of us would just be hanging out in there and just making music. And it felt like home. It felt like a second home. I hated having to go back to my mom's house. I love my mom and her house. But, I loved going to Raleigh and feeling like I'm doing something with my life and I'm learning so much about life and this music business. So, yeah.
He does his homework a lot too. He's really into he has no ego when it comes to it. He'll ask a million and one questions, and I respect that. And what did your mom and your family say when you were recording with Cole and going out there recording? Because a lot of times parents don't believe in the industry way.
Well, my dad never really knew what was going on in my life.
So you
really.
was a secret rapper.
Yeah, I was. I mean, he knew. He was the one who always said, "You're gonna be something one day." He always said that, but he was kind of always doing his own thing, so he never really was seeing that how serious I was about music, which is why he was like, "You should be a nurse," but really he wanted to be a nurse. But anyway, so my mom, where am I going with this? Yeah, but my mom was very calm, very stable individual. She just was just forward, happy
Very
for me.
supportive.
But yeah, very supportive. She never really knew this, how serious all
But
of
they
it
always knew
was.
you could sing.
Yeah.
They always knew you could
knew
sing.
that.
And you know what? Going back to J. Cole, I interviewed Bia recently, and she was saying how she wishes that every man could make, as a woman going in the studio working with a man, make you feel as comfortable as J. Cole made her feel working with him. She was like, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
As a woman, when you go in the studio, to feel like it's work, it's genuine, and it's not anything more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely good, beautiful energy. So comforting, so comfortable, just amazing energy. So yeah.
Were
Did you
you
have
and Lucky
any-
Day in the studio together when you did Boy Bye?
Were me and Lucky in the
Yeah.
studio? Yeah, we were together in the studio.
So that was like ad libs that y'all made up on the spot.
ad libs, freestyles. It was just so natural. He's amazing.
I feel
we're
like y'all cut out.
lovers of love.
I feel like you must have cut out some of those conversations too.
No.
Because it's funny, but I'm
Honestly-
sure y'all said a lot of different things to each other, to
Yeah.
ad lib.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
I wanted to cut out more. I felt like there were certain things I probably should have took out that but I kept them.
Like
It's
what?
The erection part, I don't know if that hurts a lot of like grown folks out there or
Depends how big it is.
Christians. What? Charlamagne.
What?
What is happening?
She said she don't know if the erection hurts. I said, it depends how big it is.
Wait, oh my God, wait. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No.
He's kinky this morning. Just
Very
stop it.
kinky this morning.
Did you have any reservations
Oh,
as an
my
R&B
Lord.
singer signing to a rap label?
No. I was real pressed. I was real excited. Like, it's J fucking Cole. Like, you know what I'm saying? In Dreamville, and everybody's so cool and nice. So, no reservations. I was excited,
All right.
you know?
Now, the
Yeah.
song "Pressure" was that about somebody in particular?
Pressure. No. It was really about me, honestly. Like feeling myself and feeling really sexy and like demanding that whoever comes into my life, like, you have to work. You know, you have to show me why I should give you my time, and I want to
That's right.
feel like you're attracted to me and like you respect me and things like that.
Did you know that song
So-
would be as big as it was?
Hell no. But all I cared about was how it made me feel, and I loved it. When Jalen did the reference, I was in love, and I just wanted to sound like her. And so I got in the studio and I tried my best. Like,
The first time I heard that song, I was like, this is a hit. I remember being in the car and hearing it.
Really?
And being like, what is this? Who? Like, I didn't know
Damn.
what it was super early on. And I was like, this song is a hit. That's one of those songs, like, as soon as it starts, you're like, that's it.
Damn. Thank you. I have chills.
And
Thank
I
you.
also saw somewhere, did you record like 90 songs
Yeah,
for this
80.
project?
About 80 songs, and yeah.
How do you whittle that down? Like, who's part of that process for you?
I mean, it's just me and the crew. Like, we just unanimously decide like what we love the best, and you know, you narrow it down to like 20, and then I wanted like, you know, off some like, you know, Michael Jackson, Thriller, you know, like, or Maxwell, like how their songs are straight, like their albums are like
9 songs, 10 songs, get right to the
and
point.
like get right to the
Yeah.
point, direct and beautiful. Like, that's my dream. Like, that's my dream. So that's what I wanted. I really just wanted 10 songs, but you know, they pushed for 12, but I just wanted 10. But yeah, that's basically how it happened.
What happens to the other songs?
So we released an EP called Away Message right before. And then I'm going to drop like a Christmas album, I think. That has nothing to do with Christmas.
That's a great time to put out some music,
You
though.
want to give Mariah no competition?
No, stop. I wish. What? No, no one could ever be competition to Mariah. She's everything.
I want to ask you about something you said earlier. You said that your dad used to always tell you, you're going to be something, you're going to be something. Does that put added pressure on a daughter?
Wow. No. I think that's probably, you know what, and it sucks because we're not even speaking right now. Ugh, ew, what's going on? Okay, so we're not even speaking right now, but I do feel like when you instill certain things like that, it really does go a long way. It goes a long way for sure, because that is the one area in my life where I feel like I did really good.
All right.
Now, with you and your dad not speaking, is it something small that you can call and be like, because life is so short.
It's so much shit. It's so much shit. So like, I
some
really
tissue,
think
please.
it's important for like people to be healed when they're bringing kids into this world.
I agree.
Because it's just like that alone, I feel like probably innately helped me in so many ways, like always grinding and shit like that. But I could also see the other shit, like, you know, that I carry, and it's I'm sure it has to do with the other shit, you know, that you go through trauma and shit.
Well, let me tell you something I learned in therapy. Because the first time I had a breakthrough in therapy was literally realizing all the daddy issues I had.
Yeah.
So when me and my dad had a conversation, and I realized, damn, he was a human before he was my dad, and he had his own issues, substance
Yeah.
abuse issues, dealing with mental health issues,
Yep.
and he was just doing the best he could with what he had at the time. It allowed me to give him a lot more grace.
Yes, and
We
that's
got to give our parents grace.
I know, and I feel like there needs to be a lot of group therapy.
Absolutely.
And of course, I want to continue my therapy alone, but I think that would probably be best because I know these are things I'm even carrying into my dating life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't want to have that weight on me. And I do want to be more compassionate because he went through a lot, you know, with foster care and abandonment issues and all kinds of like dark things. So I do recognize like why he is the way that he is, but.
And our generation is the generation, we're the first generation, I think, that has the luxury of healing.
Yeah.
You know, even though my dad went to therapy 2 and 3 times a week and he tried to kill himself 30 years ago, he was on 10 to 12 different medications for his mental health, but he never told me those things.
Wow.
So we're healing out loud.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So.
When did you decide to go?
There's no instruction manual when it comes to kids.
Man.
Just always try to figure it out. I know Charlamagne has 4 kids. I have 6, and it's something different with each kid. You know, and we just try to figure it out. You know, some kids, you know, I'm from the era where, you know, my parents beat me and says sit in the corner if you do something wrong. But we don't do that to these kids now because they speak.
We know better. Like Ari said, like,
so
you know,
easy to traumatize a child with
right.
the most little things, like something you say, like, and it's amazing.
There's this quote, I literally just saw this morning, and I do this all the time with my kids, but the quote is, apologize to your children when you lose your cool. They don't understand why you're upset, and they deserve an explanation and an apology. It doesn't matter that they're little humans too. Communicating with them will make it easier for them to talk to you one day.
Yes.
And you've been really open about going to therapy. When did you decide that was something you wanted to do?
This year, I was just tired of just being a big ball of like traumas, like just being unaware of like what was going on inside. And like, you know, a lot of times I could be so triggered and it's just like, well, why? And now I'm realizing, now I see like why somebody just pretending like I don't exist or like not even looking at me or like kind of having like this arrogant nature can be so triggering. Like, where did I see that like earlier in my life or experience that? Like, I'm starting to realize it never stops. It's like a cycle.
That's
like
right.
if you don't realize that you're carrying all of this weight, it comes out in different ways. And people be like, why she freak out? It wasn't even that serious. It was a reminder. It was a flashback, probably a trigger without even realizing where it came from. So.
And there's always something in our childhood.
Yeah,
It's always something that happened in our childhood and it brings you, that happens to you in adult. And when it happens, you get triggered, you're like, oh, that's why therapy is great. It's like, oh, that's why I'm reacting like this because of what happened here.
Yes, and it's been really beautiful and like eye-opening for sure.
Are you healing those childhood wounds?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I want to keep going deeper. I want to go deeper with it, but yeah, this start is happening for sure.
And you said you see a lot of that in the relationships that you have now. Like, what are some things and patterns? Like, I know you said you want to be more sympathetic. So what are some things that you feel like, okay, I got to work on this?
Damn. Things I got to work on? Probably how I'm communicating. I'm a very anxious person. So, like, basically, instead of saying, I've said this before, but instead of saying like nobody cares, like it's just about, well, you know, I feel like this is how I'm feeling, like, you know, that I'm not being heard, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to work on how I'm communicating because I get so kind of in my own anxiety and mess that I can kind of be a little insensitive sometimes. So I just want to work on like that.
And when it comes to performing and getting on stage, are you the type of person who gets nervous before that, or does it all go away and that's where you feel most comfortable?
You know, most times I rarely get nervous, like that nervous. I think it's just you get used to it, but certain things like TV performances, I'm shaking, like I'm so freaking nervous. It's like certain things, or like going on stage with Summer Walker, and when we did our show, when she did her show in LA and I came on her set, I was so freaking scared. Like, it's just certain things. Or Jasmine, like at the when we performed at the BET Awards, like horrified. Like, I don't want to let this legend down. Like, Jasmine Sullivan is everything. So Yeah.
Question: when you get triggered by secret rappers, do you remember the struggle rapper who traumatized you?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
People will never hear of.
There's so many, right? People you never hear of. Like they won't say it until like you like them, and it's just like, oh, I'm about to go to the studio. What? Why? Like when? What studio?
Do people ever act like they don't know who you are when they want to date you and act like?
Oh my God.
Like, hey, what do you do? You know, and act like they're not sure who you are.
Yeah. I've been. They'll never admit it, but I've definitely been in a relationship where he acted like I was not who I am at all.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I was trying to like feel appreciated, and it was he kept trying to say it was just it's ego, like, you know, it's not all about you type thing, but really I just felt like he always kind of diminished everything about me, you know, like kind of pretended like this singing part didn't even exist.
I hate people like that. Don't try to make me feel small because your dick little.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean
does
like
that
that.
to you,
I'm not mean that
Charlamagne?
literally.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't mean that literally. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Charlamagne, what happened? Tell me.
Charlamagne.
Tell me. What?
I want to know.
But you know what I mean? People that try to make us feel small just because they haven't done what they want to do in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so, but now
What if his dick is
Now I
big?
know.
Is it okay for him to make you feel
Shut up,
small?
Yee. Jesus.
But now I know, like, my goal is just to date nice people. Like, I just want to make sure whoever I'm dating is nice. And now I know, like, the red flags of, like, okay, this person is mean, and stay away from the mean.
It's got to be hard, though, because you're Ari Lennox now, so you don't know who likes you for you or who likes you because you're a superstar.
Yeah, where you meeting these guys? Like, where do you meet guys besides the, Plenty of Fish? Like, where are you meeting these individuals?
Well, the other day I met a guy at a fashion show. That was really nice, and he was so fine, but the date was terrible.
How did he kick it to
But
you?
what was terrible?
The date was just
His
not-
dress
I thought
was
you
probably
said
better
something
than
else.
yours.
Oh, no,
Especially if you met him in New York at Fashion
No,
Week.
he did not have on a dress.
So how did he kick it to you?
How did he kick
sees
it
you
to
there,
you?
you're sitting there, he walks over.
He
You gotta get by your
actually.
security first.
Well, we were sitting in a seat, and he. Oh dang! I don't want nobody to.
Pull
But
up those pictures,
yeah.
right? She's sitting next to you.
oh, but I won't tell you which.
You can stop
fashion
now.
show.
All right.
Yeah, I
you
can stop now.
Yeah.
All right.
What was your?
Well, he reached out and introduced himself and like shook hands, and it was really cute and sweet.
And where was the first date?
The first day, I ain't gonna tell you
Yeah,
where.
calm
but
down,
I was curious
Envy.
if y'all went to a restaurant.
it was a lovely restaurant.
Was
It really
lovely
was, but he was late.
Damn.
He was late
Well,
to the
traffic is bad
date.
during Fashion Week.
Nah, he's supposed to be there on
No.
time.
Isn't it Fashion Week now?
He
Yeah,
was
Fashion Week.
he was
Last
hanging
week.
out with J. Cole and
What?
What?
So it's a rapper?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Why
like
was he hanging out with J. Cole?
my dating
Her
life,
whole team is like, stop.
my dating life is just not it. It's
Damn
just
it,
not.
Ari.
It's not.
How can we find? Let me see. What I don't know what maybe a referral from somebody. Like if
Yeah.
you have friends and they're like,
Oh,
my boy, because I think that's
Angela.
good when people can vet someone out and be like, he's actually really cool. He's got his own thing going on.
Desperate. I don't want it. I don't want a referral. I just really want to be at the grocery store. I want to be at the
Do you
grocery store.
go to the grocery store?
Yeah, all
You don't
the
order your
time.
groceries
Giant.
online?
Oh, I do. I do love me some Instacart, but I go to Giant and Safeway.
Maybe you should drive Uber again.
drive Uber.
Drive Uber again.
Maybe just stop looking for a man. Just set an
Stop
intention and let God work it out.
I kind of stopped. I definitely stopped, but then I got on Raya again, so I don't know. I don't
I want to
know.
see what Raya's like.
It's kind of cute.
Because there's a lot of people, a lot of people that are on there that are like, some people don't believe it's them either,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe it's them, it's me. So, hey,
Here I am.
Hey.
What about somebody from the past that you've known? Like
John.
sometimes-
John.
like John.
John gonna be lit after
John's
this,
back
so you
from the
might as well.
military.
You done made him
not-
famous, so you
I know. Well, it's the least I could do is shout him out. He really helped me with that writing, and I don't hate him anymore.
Word.
I really
said
do.
anymore.
Yeah, I really care about him. I mean, he was so sweet. When I lived in Atlanta for a while, He helped me move into my apartment. Like, it's just little things like that. Like, just a genuine man. So I have no beef with him anymore. Like, I'm very forgiving. Like, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. But if you treat me like shit, it's like, damn, like,
I get it.
yeah, it's like, why are we being mean to each other? Like, human to human. Like, why can't we be nice? We spend all this time together. Like, why does it have to end so terribly, you know? So,
John, I just want to tell you, don't be corny, okay? Just be cool. You might have a chance. Don't do no Instagram Live after this interview, please.
No, he's so cool,
Okay.
laid back. He hates the spotlight, so.
Oh,
Now-
that's perfect.
Yeah, but no, not for me. It's not. He went and got married and.
Oh, God.
Well, he's not
you got to
married.
lead with that.
No, he's not married anymore.
Okay.
But
married and divorced.
unfortunately, yeah, and he's doing his own thing. I'm looking for, you know, I don't know what the
But
hell.
if you wanted to, you could. If you wanted to, you could.
No. That's like so close, so close. He's sweet, but it's.
Let's talk about the
So-
music. What was your intention with this album?
The intention was just me showcasing dating in its entirety from.
See, I was trying to get away from dating, but you just brought us right back.
Well, I
See?
know. I
Age,
can't.
sex, location. That's what it's.
It's all right. It's on subject for
Word.
all
And
this.
it's where you are. You know what? A lot of people can relate to you. That's one of the main questions people ask. How do you find somebody?
Yeah.
Like somebody good,
How?
somebody nice, you know, somebody with potential to be in a real relationship. Do you think about marriage? Like, are you dating with the intention to get married?
Guess how you find somebody probably is how finding yourself, really. Like, and so that's really what I'm focused on. I got a little distracted with that recent date, and then I was like, well, let me see what else is out here. But I think I'm gonna pull back into like myself and just kind of like change my number and just focus on, you know, more beautiful books on trauma and just focus on me.
Oh, I got a great one for you. I might have it in here. Resma Minicum, My Grandmother's Hands.
Really?
Yeah. Do we have any in there, Eddie? Okay.
We also have an Omarion Unbothered book in here,
Oh,
too.
wow. Is that about traumas? He does seem very unbothered. Oh, wow. He looks so adorable. Okay.
He's single?
All right. Oh, no.
Okay, no, I'm kidding. You can still have
She should get a book back. Damn. I don't want none of those problems.
You
No.
have to give the book back.
No singers, no rappers.
What about ball players? You said earlier, oh, if he played basketball, he doesn't mention that. And
Maybe a soccer player would be
Okay.
nice.
Go where the money
soccer,
at, my G.
or,
Go
you
where the
know-
money
is
at.
Is that where the money
Football.
That's where the money at.
That's where the
Football.
money at.
Okay.
That's where the real money at.
Soccer. Okay.
Charlamagne's a bird.
I
if
didn't
you
know
haven't
I'm not a
realized.
bird. I'm not a bird. No, I'm just saying we have intentions.
See?
Wow.
That's all. That's all. Now, did you finish your thought on the intentions of this album?
The intention of the album is just a lot of crushes. I mean, just making beautiful music that sounds like I'm in love based on crushes of people I've never even hung out with before. Like Mean Mug and Hoodie, crushes on, you know, fine men that I never even hung out with. That's
and then it
basically-
gets to blocking you towards the
and
end.
then it gets to blocking you, and that's where I'm at right now with it, like in real life. But yeah, it's just dating and the emotions. And towards the end of the album, I'm definitely more about like, okay, it's time to protect my peace. Like, no one's gonna do that for me. And I find it irresponsible to be moving around in life with all of these unhealed, you know, traumas and trying to,
Powerful.
you know, get to know people. So I just, you know, I want to check some things, some codependency things and anxiety things.
Do you
That's
block
powerful.
people fast?
That's
Do you
powerful.
block people fast? You talk about blocking. Do you block people fast if they ignore you? Just block them quickly?
I do. Like one time this guy was like, he was like, I felt that there was distance happening, and I was like, hey, can we talk? I feel like something is changing. He was like, all right, you know what? No, he was like, I thought we were good. I thought everything was good. You know what? Just need to get something to eat. I'm gonna call you right back. And so I got on the phone with my dad, and me and my dad talked for like 2 hours. And I didn't hear from the guy. And I'm looking at my phone like, wow, like, and so I blocked him after that. I blocked the guy after
And that was
hours
it.
later.
Rap.
That
You haven't
was
spoken to him
it.
since.
We spoke one time since then. And
So you're a quick blocker. You
Had he
no,
eaten yet?
yeah, had he eaten? I'll never know if he
Goodness
ever
gracious.
had anything to eat. But yeah, I'm sure for some reason I'm attracting avoidant people who don't know how to communicate well.
Well, you probably attracting what you are. That's why what you said about,
Exactly.
healing your own trauma before you get into another situation is so important. That right there, that's better than money. You know how we all, well, I'm about to say, you know how we always say you need a man with money. But you know
I do want that.
But you really want a man that is doing the work like you're doing the work. I got so many homegirls that say I can't date a man if they're not in therapy, if they're not trying to heal.
Wow. Yep. Yeah. And I that's what I would want for myself, a secure individual and or someone who is striving to be secure and healing as well as I am healing and trying to heal. So, yeah.
Do you feel like this album was healing for you?
Yeah, I do believe so. It's definitely me being more firm about my standards, like at least like eventually like that the eye-opening, like, okay, there's a problem here. Like, I keep romanticizing romance so much so that I'm neglecting like my own needs and shit. Like, it's just time to heal. It's time to set my standards and be okay with being single, So.
I wanted to ask you, what did you think? Because you are one of the leaders of this new R&B era. What did you think of Diddy's comments that R&B is dead?
I thought it was dismissive to all of the amazing, incredible, legendary artists that have been in the game and that are also contributing. I mean, from Mary J. Blige to Jasmine Sullivan to Summer Walker to Ella Mai to Money Long, Van Jess,
Lucky
Day, Aaron Ray. There's so many of us. Tenariel, Brent Fayez, Jalen Jossie. And forgive me if I'm her. Yes. Let's,
SZA
Jill
still
Scott,
working.
SZA, like everyone is still killing it and dropping music, and it was dismissive just because I don't know.
Tink, gotta say Tink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tink,
Yeah.
exactly,
Right.
Amazing. Yeah, I don't know why he said that. It was not nice.
Or
But I do
That's
love.
a good way to put it.
I
It really
do
wasn't.
love all that he's contributed to music, so it's no shade, but it's like, be more nice to the people that are really, we're out here still. Like, stop it.
All right. I often wonder, when you was young trying to get on, what did you think the industry would be like? And what have you realized, it really is?
Wow. Oh, what did I think it was gonna be like? I don't remember. I just knew I saw Bow Wow up there and JoJo, and I just wanted to be like them. Like when I was young, just wanted to be like them, or, just listening to Mariah Carey, I wanted to be like her, What did I think? I don't know what I thought. Like, maybe I thought there was gonna be like a lot of like devil people, Illuminati stuff. I've yet to see that. Thought there would be a lot of cocaine. I've yet to see the rooms with.
No one's ever offered you cocaine.
Damn, you
I've
waiting?
never seen it before.
Are you waiting to sacrifice a family member
no,
or something?
I'm not waiting. I promise. I don't want to sacrifice.
I don't think I've ever seen cocaine
No.
before either.
No, yeah, exactly.
I've been
man.
offered it, but I've never seen it.
Wow.
It was
I've
yeah.
never been offered. I don't believe it, or I don't
I've never
I
been
think
remember.
I've been offered it
cocaine.
twice in my life, but they didn't like have it in their hand.
Wow.
They were like, "Do you party?"
Yeah. Then I have been offered it before then.
Well, yes,
In a
you have.
bathroom.
Yes, that's what that meant.
Oh my God.
You've been offered cocaine.
I have been offered cocaine.
Call it party.
I didn't take it.
Well,
like
you
to
know what?
party?
We need a 10-second break right fast because your
Okay.
stylist wants to fix your hair, so we'll count it down.
okay.
10.
No, I'm
Sorry.
a publicist.
Oh, publicist is
Oh.
10, 9,
I can't tell. You do everything.
Thank you.
Six.
You're a multi-hyphenate.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're back. We've never had that before in the middle of an interview.
Now, cocaine.
Cocaine. Yeah, cocaine.
But Ari Lennox, do you know how beautiful you are?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
I do. I promise I do.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
What have you?
Thank you.
You are beautiful, but have you realized what the industry actually is? What is it now? What is it? If somebody said to you, "All right, what is the industry?"
What
would
is
you
the
tell them?
industry? Well, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean?
Just in general, like people that aren't on, they want to know what the inside of the industry looks like.
Well, it can be very sweet. It can be cutthroat. It can be depressing. Honestly, the industry,
everything
that's
in life.
everything in life. But it's really not just the industry. I guess it's what you surround yourself with. If you're
Yeah.
online all the time, you're gonna experience some negative things. Like with anything, too much of anything, you're gonna see some negative things.
And I think it depends on who you are too. Some people are really in the mix. Like I work with Jay Electronica. He is like not around anyone ever. You know, he's like in Mexico working on it. You know, and I think it depends on what you decide your boundaries are and what you. And I don't see Ari Lennox like out all the time doing cocaine.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see you like out doing cocaine with people. And you know how some people have like friends that they're like, oh, this is my bestie, and one day they're best friends with this person and hang. I don't see you doing things like that.
What
it seems
friends do you have
I
out that's
definitely
doing
thought
cocaine?
well, we just were talking about it, you know, because
you got friends that are out doing cocaine.
No.
Because some people think that, like you said, some people think the industry is, like you said, you know, people doing cocaine and devilish things, but it really is.
All my friends in the Illuminati.
All your friends are in the Illuminati.
playing,
Oh my
Art.
God. Oh no.
But we do appreciate you. We appreciate your music.
Thank you.
And you know, I was kind of hurt when you said you didn't want to do interviews anymore. I was like, don't let one bad, interaction with somebody mess up somebody else, you know. And I'm glad you're over that, and I'm glad you're doing interviews again.
Thank you. I want people to understand that was just a part of my anxious nature of like what I meant earlier when I was just like, nobody cares. I kind of worst case scenario and jumped to like the extreme. I'm kind of black and white with things, especially
That's what anxiety
when
is. Yeah.
and I definitely didn't mean that. I was just so heartbroken by the fact that he would release something that we didn't agree on him releasing, and I just kind of felt ambushed, you know. So, yeah.
I got one more question. What would a perfect music career look like to you to keep you in a good space mentally and emotionally?
Oh wow, perfect. I would say just, I don't know, man. Like maybe, I don't know, to keep being able to do soul and to make $1 billion.
Yes.
Doing
There you
soul.
go.
Yeah.
I know that's maybe surfaced and basic, but I mean,
But not everything that comes with it. Probably just release the music, but not the fame.
Not the fame, not the heartbreak or like the clout chasing energies, or just literally just I'm creating music with my soul, which is, you know, and creating a space where people can heal and have peace listening to my music, but also like I can pay off my mom's bills, I could pay off my bills, and like, you know, my family, like my true like circle that like I just want to make sure they're good for life. Like that would be a dream.
Oh,
Are you on tour to promote that project?
Eventually, I will be in January, I believe, maybe. So shout out to Rob Gibbs, and we'll see.
Well, let's get into a record off the album. What you want to hear?
Oh, I guess Boy Bye, because that's a real sexy record.
I love that song.
Lucky
Boy
Day
Bye.
is awesome.
All right.
I can't wait to see you on TV and movies too. I see that in your future
Thank you.
as well.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, we need to get with Shonda Rhimes and do this mini-series, How to Get Away with Rapping.
Oh my God,
about
stop
secret
it.
struggle rappers.
I know, it would
know what I
be
mean?
brilliant. Yes.
That's what we
Put a
gonna
little
do.
thriller in it. Yes, please.
Well, Ari Lennox, thank you for joining us. It wasn't that
Thank
bad.
you. It was beautiful.
See
Y'all's
that?
energy. Wow.
See that? And we prayed before we came in
Yeah.
Why
here.
you talk so damn much?
Because we held
Why?
hands.
Why you talk so
as
much?
a big
Why?
family.
Why do you talk
the
so
prayer.
much?
Yes.
Why do you talk so much?
Because I love you.
I do
Jesus
feel
Christ.
the peace.
You don't love me back?
Oh.
No, not today. You talk too much.
You guys, this is about Ari Lennox, not about your secret
That's what I'm
relationship.
trying to tell him.
I
No, I just said we prayed together as a family. What are you talking
Oh
about?
God, we set an intention before the interview. That's what we did.
Thank you.
Yeah, salute to Miss
Don't date
Kelly,
radio
Auntie
personalities
Kelly.
either, Ari.
Yeah.
I felt that. What you say?
So don't ever date a radio personality
Okay.
either.
I
Just from-
promise I won't.
Okay.
Almost did. I won't.
Really?
Did-
No, that's all.
See,
I
the
want.
interview was about to be over, but nope, now we're crying.
You want to go there?
Tell the T.
No more.
You can't do that. That's payola.
Yeah, really? Oh my
Now
God.
you
Okay.
asking him. Now
Okay.
you
All
asking him to
right.
play your records
I'll
in the
keep that in
morning.
mind.
you
No,
can't do
I don't want that.
It's Ari
Why you
Lennox.
playing Ari so much?
No.
200 spins in a week?
It's Ari Lennox. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.